Crystal Gayle, with a voice soft as silk, brown eyes that spoke volumes, and hair that became iconic in country pop, was more than a singer. She carried the warmth of Appalachia in every note, evoking the quiet longing of a Kentucky childhood and the tenderness that seemed woven into her very being. From a modest miner's home in Paintsville to the grand stages of Nashville, Los Angeles, and London, she rose from humble beginnings. Her childhood scarcity shaped her story, infusing her voice with endurance, sorrow transformed into solace, and melodies that bridged hearts across generations. Crystal Gayle never merely performed, she embodied gentleness and strength. Standing between traditional country and pop, she gave the world, "Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue?" teaching listeners that beauty often springs from quiet reflection. Through music, she shared the unspoken tenderness of life, proving that even in simplicity, art can leave an everlasting imprint. Early life in Kentucky. Born Brenda Gayle Webb on January 9, 1951, in Paintsville, Kentucky, Crystal entered a world of simplicity and close-knit family bonds. As the youngest of 8 children, she grew up in a small coal miner's home where each day demanded resilience and togetherness. Her father, Melvin Ted Webb, worked tirelessly underground, and her mother, Clara, raised the children with warmth and strength despite modest means. Even as a child, Crystal's voice was her refuge. She would sing before she could walk, finding comfort in music amid the routines of daily life. Early exposure to Appalachian melodies, gospel, and folk shaped the soft yet emotionally rich tones she would carry into adulthood. Church kitchens and local events became stages where her instincts for melody blossomed, allowing a young girl from modest circumstances to find a place where she belonged, nurturing a voice that would one day captivate audiences worldwide. Finding her path. The radio crackled one evening, carrying the voice of her older sister, Loretta Lynn, already rising to fame. Crystal understood then that music offered a path beyond her hometown, a bridge out of ordinary life. Yet admiration came with a challenge. She was often seen merely as Loretta's little sister, her own identity eclipsed. Moving to Wabash, Indiana, exposed Crystal to diverse musical influences, gospel, folk, pop, and classic country, that merged to shape her uniquely gentle voice. At 16, fate opened her first major door when she stepped in for her sister at the Grand Ole Opry. Singing "Ribbon of Darkness," she carried a depth of feeling that silenced the hall. That night, she became more than a shadow. She became Crystal herself. Her voice reflected her journey, a combination of tenderness, experience, and the quiet resilience forged through years of growth, struggle, and the search for identity. Breaking out of the shadows. Crystal's early career was defined by the struggle to step out from under her sister's shadow. Signing with Decca Records in 1969, she faced the challenge of being seen as an original talent, not a copy. Early singles were met with polite recognition, but comparison to Loretta. Yet Crystal's determination never wavered. In 1974, she signed with United Artists Records, meeting producer Alan Reynolds, who encouraged her to sing authentically, softer, and more polished than the Appalachian style she had inherited. This marked a turning point. She was finally allowed to develop her own identity. Singles like Restless and Wrong Road Again showcased a smooth blend of pop and country, setting her apart. When I'll Get Over You hit #1 in 1976, it was not just a chart success. It was the triumph of a young woman asserting her unique voice, a gentle yet powerful signal that Crystal Gayle's story was hers alone. A defining moment. In 1977, Crystal recorded "Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue," a song that would define her legacy. Delivered in a single, heartfelt take, her voice captured subtle emotion with crystalline clarity. The song soared to #1 on the country charts and crossed over into the Billboard Hot 100, becoming an international phenomenon. Crystal's delicate tone, coupled with her ability to convey profound emotion, redefined country pop. Audiences around the world felt a quiet connection, drawn to her warmth, elegance, and sincerity. It was a moment of both artistic and personal liberation, affirming her identity beyond familial ties. With this song, Crystal became a trailblazer, bridging traditional country with mainstream appeal, demonstrating that gentleness and strength could coexist, and leaving an indelible mark on listeners everywhere who heard in her voice both solace and hope. Shaping a new era. Crystal Gayle didn't just enjoy fame, she reshaped country music itself. From the late 1970s to mid-1980s, she became the soul of country pop. Hits like Talking in Your Sleep and the duet You and I with Eddie Rabbitt defined an era. Her style, soft, elegant, and refined, offered a contrast to the rugged, traditional country sound of the time, opening doors for future artists like Shania Twain, Faith Hill, and Martina McBride. Crystal's music wasn't just popular, it transformed the sonic landscape of Nashville, introducing a smoother, more melodic approach to country. Her performances were understated yet magnetic, proving that artistry and presence didn't need theatrics to command attention. In doing so, she became an emblem of a new musical era, influencing generations with her gentle yet authoritative approach, and redefining how country could touch hearts worldwide. Family and personal life. Amid fame, Crystal maintained a grounded, private life. She married Bill Gatzimos in 1971, a calm and supportive presence who became her manager and partner in life. Together, they nurtured a family, raising 2 children, Catherine and Christos, with an emphasis on privacy and normalcy. Despite the pressures of touring and recording, Crystal prioritized home life, breastfeeding backstage during tours, and later pausing her career to focus on her children. Their family life reflected the values Crystal cherished: love, stability, and simplicity. Bill's quiet guidance allowed Crystal to flourish on stage while maintaining balance at home. Even as her children grew, the family remained close-knit, supporting each other in both creative and personal endeavors, a testament to Crystal's enduring commitment to her loved ones amid a lifetime of public attention. Life beyond the spotlight. Today, Crystal Gayle leads a serene, contemplative life far from the stage's glare. Residing in a spacious Tennessee home with her husband, she enjoys a pace defined by peace, routine, and connection with nature. Her days include cooking, gardening, reading, and spending time with grandchildren, instilling in them the music and traditions she cherishes. Though she occasionally performs, it is on her own terms, guided by passion rather than expectation. Her focus is no longer fame or accolades. It is family, memory, and the quiet joy of living fully in the present. This life, so different from the whirlwind of her career, is a testament to Crystal's ability to find balance, maintain gentleness, and live intentionally, showing that true achievement includes both public success and personal fulfillment. A legacy of Grace Crystal. Gayle's influence extends beyond records and awards. She inspired countless artists and listeners alike with her gentle presence and nuanced voice. She demonstrated that success need not come at the expense of kindness, modesty, or authenticity. Her floor-length hair became an emblem of her unique identity, her voice a sanctuary for those seeking comfort, reflection, and hope. By embracing softness as strength, she reshaped the cultural understanding of female artists in country music. Her career exemplifies resilience, artistry, and quiet leadership. Today, she remains a guiding light, not through spectacle, but through the enduring power of her music and example. Her story reminds us that gentleness, honesty, and integrity can leave a legacy as lasting as fame, echoing through generations and shaping the hearts of listeners worldwide. Enduring inspiration. Crystal Gayle's life story is one of dedication, resilience, and grace. From the coal dust of Kentucky to international stages, she transformed her experiences into a voice capable of healing, connecting, and inspiring. Her music offered solace to those who longed for gentleness in a complex world, creating a timeless bridge between past and present, tradition and modernity. Today, as she spends time with family, cherishing the quiet moments, she exemplifies the profound beauty of a life lived fully and intentionally. Crystal Gayle's legacy endures not merely in her songs, but in the countless hearts she touched, the artists she influenced, and the example she set of navigating life with courage, elegance, and unwavering tenderness. Her story reminds us that the true measure of greatness is the quiet strength and love that leave lasting impressions long after the applause fades.